Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It's currently a sunshiny day, a little bit of clouds, supposed to get a little bit of rain later on today, which is lovely because with winter and stuff coming, it's good to get those big trees some water before that happens. Currently, it's 24 degrees Celsius, but feels like 30 with the humidex, which means it's 76 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like 86 with the humidex. Hi, Shannon. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And it's currently a 2 for the air quality. So it's really kind of nice that we've got some lovely weather happening here. So way back when I was creating my bookworms, let me just grab the ones that I've got. And I've been thinking about these guys. You know, just give me one sec. I thought I was prepared. I'm always a little bit off. These guys. So when I first started creating my bookworms, we thought, wow, it'd be really good to have them going through the pages instead of just being on one page. And because some of them are so long, it would be reasonable for them to be going through the book. So I kind of came up with an idea how we could do this. Because, it would be nice to figure out some way to get this done. So I got all kinds of really goofy little worms happening here. So I'm going to leave those out on the desk and kind of explain what I was thinking for putting them into a journal on more than one page. So, of course, they would have to kind of go on consecutive pages the way I'm thinking about it. So I pulled this bag journal that I'm working on. The pages are not sewn, they're not glued in, they're just there. So I'm going to pull out one of these signatures and we're going to work on one of the signatures with what I'm creating. These guys I'm going to kind of leave as they are because I have a plan. Okay, so I've got a signature not sewn together, just kind of loose, which is fine. So I got a piece of green because, well, I like green worms more than I like other colored worms. But, do you? Do you? I am going to trim the white off. Hey, Lee, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Haven't had a chance to go and look at your new. I've got company here. Ron's brother is visiting. So, and of course, once again, I have bitten off more than I can chew. I'm taking a course. You know, can't just do one thing at once. It just doesn't work that way in my life. So I'm just trimming off the white edge because I've printed this on the gel plate. You get those white edges. And for this, I think I'm going to do something I don't normally do. Is I'm going to flip it over and kind of draw it on the back, what I'm envisioning for this worm. So I'm going to take a pencil. I have old school pencils, guys. So we're going to figure out a tail. And we're going to want the body to go in a loop. And like this. And the head will be here. Okay. So I am going to now cut a worm shape around this shape here, if that makes sense to you, because I have a plan. So it's going to have to be narrower and get wider. And I guess it could get narrower and wider throughout because worms are kind of like that, right? Kind of like that. I'm just going to cut that there because it's just going to be easier for me to round that. And it doesn't have to be perfectly round. It's a worm. I will come back and trim that. And then I'm going to go on this side and cut my worm. And of course, because this is just a rough cut, I'm going to be doing a lot of trimming. Because I've got some pointy corners and, square corners. All right. So that's going to be the worm. I am going to take my smaller scissors. I saw them earlier today. There they are. And I'm just going to trim out some of these sharp corners that I've got happening here, the flat head. I mean, we could put a hat on them as well, because that would be fun. I like to put hats on the worms. It's the only thing I do. Okay, so this side's good. This side has a definite crunk in it. We just want to smooth that really sharp corner out. And then this one. Okay, so this is a circle, right? He's doing a loop. Can't even hold on to it. My goodness. My goodness. So we're going to go to the back where I did the original loop. And so I want this one in front and that one behind. I need to cut out this piece right here. So we're just going to take a blade and do that. And hope that I don't make too much of a mess. I'll start at the top of the arc. This is why we don't do crafts for kids, because, oh, and it's tearing. That's not good. That isn't good. I'm just kind of, checking out where it's still caught. There we go. Nice little green teardrop. I can turn that into a leaf or something, maybe. Now I'm going to come in with the scissors and I'm just going to trim that up. All right. So we want the bottom one to go up, right? And this one's going to go here. So the bottom one's on top. No, that's not going to work. Let's find an eraser because I just colored the wrong spot. Oh, come on. Come on. Use the eraser. This is why I don't draw on things. I just freehand everything. Because when I try and do this, it had a bit of erasers here. Well, that doesn't help us, guys. Does not help. Nope. All right. All right. All right. Wonder, I'll have to disguise that then. Because that's going to be in shadow anyway. And this one, I should have followed the one that was there. If you can see how I've drawn the lines, it's going to go up and that's going to be behind. And I really would like my eraser. I am currently taking a course while it starts at 11 my time in the morning and I have to leave partway through it so I can get my stream happening. Where's my erasers? They were just tucked way back. Way back. Okay, we're going to erase a lot of that shading. Maybe. There we go. There we go. But I kind of wanted his head hanging down. I might turn, thin this out just a little bit. We'll see what happens. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a black marker. Seriously, a black marker. And we're going to draw segments like this. These segment things, we're going to cut some or draw some segments on this guy. With a marker. And of course, we're going to come in and do the shading and everything after we've got the segments happening. What color mandala are you working on, Shannon? Shannon colors incredible mandalas, Lee. They're gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to have to trim that in there because there's here. You're coloring fish? Oh, cool. No, you know what? I'm just going to draw that. We'll just do it like this because we can. Yeah, I just saw, I was playing on Pinterest this morning. I saw a very cool bag that was covered in embroidered fish. There was a panel on the front, and it was just covered in embroidered fish, and they were bright and colorful and absolutely so much fun. I actually sent the picture to my daughter because she loves fish. Just in case, she thought it would be a cool idea for her to have one because, I would definitely do one for her then. So these are just all kind of wonky segments. Wonky segments. And then we are going to color them and shade them. So this is the head. We'll just outline the head. All right. And as I say, the head's going to go down this way. So how about if we start by putting a face on this dude? Oh, you know what? I didn't think. Didn't think. Well, the eyes could still go over here and the mouth down here. Nope. The mouth has to be over here. Or they could be like this, right? We'll do it like this, like that, like that. He's gonna have big eyes, big eyes. All right, we're gonna do it like this, like this. Okay, now we're gonna color him up. We need some whites for his eyes, so I am going to use a white gel pen. Really, I am, if I can find it. This is what happened. Like, I just took everything on my desk and kind of moved it to do the stuff for my course, and then I move it back when I'm doing the course. And here we go. I got a white gel pen and a black marker. So we got to color in the whites of his eyes first. We'll start with that. And then we're going to pull out the pencil crayons. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let me, pencil crayons. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so whatever's at the bottom is going to be more in shadow. I really wanted. It's okay. We can do it like this, like this. Okay. I'm going to use this dark blue for the shading. So we're going to go around the outside edges of the scales or the segments and along the bottom. You know, actually, I think I can go on both sides of the line. So it makes it look like he's really got segments happening here. Yeah, I like that better. I do like that better. So I'm going to go on both sides of the segments and just along the bottom. Hey, Belinda. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Lee and Shannon are here. They're doing their own things, of course, while they're visiting. I'm working on a bookworm because often said that I really would like to have them going through the pages, and I kind of have an idea of how I can get that effect. So I'm just doing a quick, well, it's not a quick, I'm just doing a bookworm that I wanted a longer one than I've got, because even though these guys are long, I want to show them going through 3 or 4 pages, not just have them on one page. Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you. And um, because we thought if they were going through the pages, I would need to have both the front and backs done, which I didn't do on this. I think that I've got a plan for how to do it, so I created a long one. I am just doing the coloring before I start with the next part of the process. So what I did was I kind of drew the shape I wanted it on the back and then cut around it. So like I said, I'm just doing the shading. So I'm going on both sides of the line because I want it to look like, you know what I want. I want it to look like it's in, that it's definitely segmented. Now I may regret this when it comes down to it. Like I, I have a vision. I have a plan. So I've got this signature from a journal that I'm working on. Well, I'm not working on it. I've just kind of laid it out. And I figured that it's the only one that I haven't sewn the signatures together. You know how I sew a bunch of pages together and then play? Well, this one is a bag book. But what I did was I just used elastics so that I can just take the pages in and out, right? So I figured that this is the one I would use for the worm. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I did the course thing. I left early again this morning because I really wanted to have some lunch before I streamed. I did. Okay, so this is going to be all in shadow because it's like twisted under. Gotta think. This is in shadow down here. Well, maybe I should have done the entire outline of the segments, but I did not. So this is it at the bottom. Then kind of twists, so the shading is over here now. That's it. Just had to come at it from the other direction. All right. So now we're going to take a light green and we are going to make sure that the center just has like a green blob in it. Or maybe I should do them yellow. I haven't decided. Doesn't matter. This is a test run. We are doing a test run. Yeah, I probably should just have gone ahead and used the yellow, but that's fine. We're doing it. We're doing this. So that's going to be, oh, the shading. Got to have some shading under the mouth, under the nose, under the eyes, all the way around the head. To make it look round. Then we're going to take the white gel pen. We're just going to draw, because that's going to be light. All right. Now we're going to take yellow and we're going to go right in the center. Hey, Andrea, nice to see you. I did all these bookworms quite a while ago, and they're too big to go on a single page. And so I was trying to figure out how I could weave them in and out of the page. I think I have it planned. So I have made a worm, and we're going to see what we can do. I'm just coloring it a little bit. Then we can decide if we want to put a hat on him or anything, you know. Just doing some shading. Did anybody try painting sunsets yesterday? Did you try that tutorial out that I did? Not that it was... Jan tried it and posted in Meet Your Creativity. Hey, well, I got you guys here because you guys will know. You know that pineapple, can of crushed pineapple, can of angel food cake, throw it in the pan, throw it in the oven? Stir it in the oven. I had seen a recipe for a chocolate cake mix with cherry pie filling. The same kind of thing. It was just the two, as far as I know. Have you guys ever seen that one? A dump cake, yeah. Yeah, it's a dump cake. So it was supposed to be like a chocolate cake mix, a can of cherry pie filling. And I don't think it was like that pineapple one, that it was just two, maybe three ingredients. I thought if anybody would know, it would be you guys, because I learned about that pineapple cake from you guys. And okay, what color eyes does he have? Red, orange, orange, orange. I like orange. You've seen all kinds of combinations. Do you know if it's just a chocolate cake mix and a can of cherry pie filling? Because, I mean, I've seen them where you had a can of Pepsi or 7-Up, Coke, 7-Up, you know. Yeah, I wondered if any of you had made that at all. And we need some eyeballs. Which way do we want them looking? Up. We want them looking up. Because we can. He's cute. And I think he needs some little teeth because he's a bookworm, and bookworms need little teeth for chewing through the books. Can of some fruit and usually a significant... Oh, see, no, the one that I saw was, I mean, the pineapple and the angel food cake mix. It's just the two things, but I don't. I'm gonna have to do a Google thing. Okay, we got them. Now this signature, I think I would like him kind of coming out this signature, right? So I'm gonna lop him off here. But in order for him to be coming out of this signature, he needs to have like a black hole that he's going through, right? So if the hole is going to be there, you need a pokey tool. This. I have a pokey tool. It's on a long chain, so I don't lose it. So if the hole came out here, right? Should I just glue him down? So that's where the hole would be. Let's just, you know what? It's just paper. I can throw it out. Come on, glue. And I left it that shape. There's where the hole's going to be. So he's going to be like this. Coming out of the hole. So then the hole would be like this. And that would be colored in black. This is a better one. Ah, totally missed. That hole is way larger than I had anticipated it being, guys. It's fine. So we put a hole in, so we know where the next hole has to be. And the next segment of the worm needs to go like this. Now, because, oh, see, that's the front page. That's why I wanted one that wasn't sewn together. It's because it's going to have to go back and forth kind of thing, right? Unless, no. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. It's going to get cut off here. I might regret that. And we're going to glue that down. And that's going to go on the next page here. And I'm going to glue it. And then do a hole, and it's going to come out the back. Does that make sense? This is what I'm thinking. This is why we're testing. All right. I think I'm going to use this brown paper because I think it'll stick better to the brown paper than, and it's going to get positioned there. So we're going to go like this. Now, hole, do the hole. And the hole here. Oh, we've got to poke a hole in that page. So we know where it comes out. We'll do that. And then we're going to draw this hole. This is a chisel tip marker, so it's not getting quite as close to what I need it to do. So then that would open up. You would open up. Really? Come on. Oh, I didn't even think that it would go through. Didn't think of that. And then this one is going to be coming out of the hole like this. And it's going to get glued down onto this page. And I think we're going to have to go to there. So it's coming out of this hole. Just turn that a little bit. And it's going through the book to there. Right? Just the cake mix. You mix the cake up as you would a regular. Follow the directions on the package and add a can of cherry pie filling. Is that the way it works? That sounds really good. So now, I didn't even think about it coming through with the marker. But it's okay. And then we've got a hole here. I'm not going to worry about using a pin mark because the ink's going to go through. I'm just going to make this hole here. And this is going to come out the hole like this. And I'm going to glue that down. Just mix up the cake and, okay. I'm going to have to do that. I made the pineapple angel food cake one Sunday when my grandson and his girlfriend were here. And of course, it was a huge hit. They think that I had made it for them before, so, you know, I've got so much dried glue in this cap, it's not sticking. It's not closing. Okay, so let's just fix this hole up a little bit. It's got to come up above the worm. And he's coming out of the hole. Of course, I will do this with something that's not going to bleed through all the time. All right. So then I would put this signature back together. So you have the worm. Of course, he would be on the inside page. I wouldn't have as big a hole here. And then you see the worm going through. And then it goes underneath the signature. That's why I want one that wasn't sewn. Then you come through. And it's going through a hole on that page. And it ends over there. So, in theory, that's exactly the way I wanted it to go. But this piece here is a napkin podged down onto a piece of fabric. So that went really kind of ugly. Here it was okay. Here it bled through. But I think that's a great idea. I think that's going to work. So now I could do that. Now that I know how, I could do that with these ones I've already created. And yeah, they're short, so they would only go through a couple of pages and make, or, you know, it would be, this would be on one page with the hole. Or I could have it go through, no. Yeah, one page, hole. That would be on the other page going underneath the spine. And then that would be the next hole. Well, guys, I figured that out. That's awesome. That took much less time than I thought. But I really want to dress this guy up now, and I want to fix these holes up. So those of you who have been doing the little bookworms, and I know we've been keeping them pretty short because, you know, going across one page, right? But some of these guys are pretty long, and I can do that with them and put them through holes. Ah, thanks, Andrea. This one is not good for the fabric. I think it just kind of sucks it up. Like I say, that's way bigger than I anticipated. So I'm thinking that, whoop, there's that needle attached so I don't lose it. I think I need to do a little bit more shading at the top of this segment. And it has to be lighter right there. So he looks like he's coming out of the hole. Maybe I could have arced that just a little bit so he looks like he's coming through. More like this. So it looks a little bit rounder. Yeah, his eyes are cute. I like his eyes. Now I want to make a whole bunch of worms and I can leave them long until I get to where I want to put them in. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think he needs a little hat though. I think he needs a little hat. And I will have to sew this signature because, you know, those pages just glued like that are not going to hold very well. Good thing I have this needle and thread here, eh? I know this is not how we're supposed to do it, but you know that I make my own rules up as I go along. It's just the way we roll on this channel. And we'll go to there. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Sherry. And the thing is that because, I figured I was limited to here, and then I'm thinking, no, I could take all kinds of bits of this and just add sections and holes, right? So I could just make loopy things and whatever all out of one thing, but keep them paper clipped together because they match, right? And then when I put them in, maybe do the shading and stuff. And you could do a shorter one and just go up, along the edge. Limited by our imaginations. And my imagination decided that we needed to do crazy worms. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just doing the two holes. I'm going to do this so I can just tie a knot. And I'm just going to do it again because give it a little bit more stability. And then I can always add more pages into the center of this journal because why? Because it's got the elastic. Oh my word. You know what? I don't know if it's from that. Because when I thought of this, to be honest with you, I was working on that course. I was in the middle of the course this morning, and it's black and white, so I'm behind. I should have all my pages done already, but I do not. I'm working on it. The first day we did these little zines, and of course everybody in the thing is using fashion figures. I don't have magazines like that. I have carving magazines. I have train magazines. I have a couple of gardening kind of magazines, but I don't have, the prissy lady couture. It's not something I'm interested in, right? So I'm using carving magazines. So this was actually a hobo, and I turned him into a vampire. So it's bloom where you plant it. So I do a whole bunch of flowers coming out of his hat and just some flowers at the bottom. And I turned him into a vampire because we're supposed to doodle on these things, right? So this is the next one I pulled out. And of course, you doodle on them. So these are the other ones that I'm using. I can see Zendangles coming from his mustache or whatever. This one as well. But, it's black and white and it's going to be doodled on. So that was the first day's project. And it should be, done. It's not done. And then the rest of the zine is black and white. So I've had the gel plate out, and I probably should have tied a knot. It's okay. We got this. We got this. Might be a little loose, but that's better than it was. Come. Nope. Missed. So anyway, I'm in the middle of doing this black and white journal, and I went, what am I going to do on my stream today? And I thought of, I could get the bookworms to do this. Probably because I was doing the black and white and the dots. And I'm thinking, those could be wormholes, right? You guys don't want to be in my mind. Okay, so now we're going to decorate this little worm up a little bit more. Maybe do something with the holes. But I'm happy the way he turned out. Except, of the marker bleeding through. That kind of bothers me. But this is my zine, my journal. It's my one of my play journals, so we're gonna make it work. Right? Right. He needs a hat. What kind of hat does he need? And what color? Let's put these guys back in the bin. Yeah, another. Everywhere around me has black and white pages. The paint that I'm using is that stuff I showed you when we were playing with paint. It was one of these last couple of days. And that paint is glossy and it feels tacky. I was talking to Jean this morning. I put my hand down and the paper stuck to me. And so I'm hoping it's not going to be like Mod Podge and stick together. I have to make sure these pages are really, really, really dry before I put it together. Hat color green, a nice green hat. I don't want to use the same green. And of course, I have black and white. Oh, I know, because I was showing you that chain pull, and I was using. If you guys could only see, you don't want to see. I have this. I have this. Because I cut up a piece of paper for this. This is the first time I've cut up a piece of paper in a long time. I lied. Nope. I did it for something else recently. Never mind. I'm lying to you guys like crazy today. I don't know what my problem is. I'm not watching, Belinda. I don't know if you said when or not. Okay, we'll audition these pieces. Can we see good? Can everybody see good? Maybe? I know it looks really yellow. It's really like a limey neon green. No. Maybe? No, we'll put back in the bin. Maybe. I think that's too white. No. I think that's too big a pattern. It's got the orange of the flowers. It's got a little bit purpley burgundy in it. Or this one. I think that one is too blendy in. Right? This one's too blendy in. So it's a choice between these two. Right or left? This one? Okay. Okay. We will do it. And I'm just going to wobble cut it, guys. So we're going to lop off a hunk. Let's just clean up this edge. I'll use this edge. That's a little too light, so we'll go like this. Okay, so let's have a brim on the hat that goes like this. And the crown of the hat. And the other brim of the hat. There. And like that. Ooh, I think I need to trim those brims down just a little bit. Some late lunch? All right. I need to trim the brims down just a smidge. Okay, a lot. Better? Okay. No. See this? It's going in the garbage. This goes back in here. Okay, let's take the marker and we're going to draw this out. I'm going to go as close to the edge as I can. I really need to scrub this mat. You know what? I think it needs to have like a little button on its top. So I'm just going to come in and trim this down just a little bit. And this one just a little bit so that we got a button happening. Better, much better. Oh yeah, that's cute. We're going to glue that down. Does it need a flower? What do you think? Does he need a flower? Or we should give it a hat band or something. We'll make a nice hat band around the brim. Like this. Nice, big, thick, black hat band. Oh, it would look like a baseball cap, but it's glued down now. And if I'd have left it there and done, well, I didn't do that. Didn't do that. Oh, one finger typing. Yeah, I know about that. One finger typing thing. That's actually light. That's actually light. Nope. I just buggered that up because that would be going around the back of the hat. Right, right. Okay, we've got a brim. That's better because it goes behind the hat as well, right? Not just the front. Okay, so we could put dots on this ribbon on the hat because we can. Oh, those teeth are kind of going orange. Why are you guys going orange? I think maybe they're picking up the color from the napkin. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to make them like little pointy teeth. I like them. I like them. Okay, so I do think I would like to take the white. Are you going to work for me? Nope. Doesn't want to highlight the very centers of the... That one should actually be more in shadow because of the brim of the hat. We need a bit more shadow here around the hat. Is he looking a little bit more? Needs to be colored on both edges so that the top center or the center looks... Oh yeah, much better. Needed shading on both edges of the snake, worm, whatever he is. So we got to do that on this one as well. This one as well. Hey guys, guess what? I'm going to be a great grandma. I'm excited. Very excited. Much better. In March. Gonna have a baby in March. Very excited. Very, very excited. So, of course, the mom to be, I got her to come over and go through all the fabric to see which of the flannels she liked for me to make receiving blankets. So excited. So very, very excited. It's nice to have some happy news. Those of you who are my friends, if you saw the flowers on my Facebook page and a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, whenever, um, that's why I got the flowers, because they were telling me I'm going to be a great grandma and Ron's going to be a great grandpa. So they brought me flowers. And I couldn't put anything on Facebook because some of the family hadn't been informed yet. And, it's not my story to tell. But now everybody knows, so I can share it. Kind of liking the way this turned out. Thanks. So now that's how I'm going to be doing my worms, guys. So I'm going to be doing my worms. Suggestions? Like, do you guys have any ideas how it might work a little better? See, actually, what I was thinking is if I did sections of worm and then I did holes, glued it onto a piece of white paper that I did black, or a piece of black cardstock, maybe, if I did that so that I wouldn't have to draw on here, I think that would work. What do you guys think? Yes, yes, that's right. I was going to say because I'm a great Grammy, but and kind of leave it as a pun kind of thing, that I'm spoiled because I'm a great Grammy, and you know, but I didn't. So yeah. What do you think, Belinda? Is there something else I could do for this that, like I say, maybe I'm just going to put holes on segments, and that way I can just glue them straight in. And that way too, if I put a needle through to mark where the hole comes out, I would have, that it would, because really these holes aren't the same, right? And it doesn't really matter. But if somebody's really picky, they might say, hey, the hole was over there, not over there, and it went this way. Oh, thanks, Teresa. I think it's fun. And I mean, I could put a whole bunch of books by him or just leave him as he is. Maybe the edges need to be cut like with edger or whatever to match his teeth. I don't know. That's right, Teresa. They're not the one making it, for sure. I think it's fun. And see that one? Oh, see, I stitched through the snake, the worm, on that. It's okay. Some red streaks in his eyes, bloodshot eyes. I could put red streaks in his eyes for sure. Happen to have a red gel pen right here. Not very happy on top of the pencil crayon. But we got red streaks. They're little. They don't have to be too big. I think what I would like to do though, let's outline the iris with some red. Or the pupil, rather. There we go. Oh yeah. Those eyes are creepier now. He could have a pair of glasses laying beside him. Well, maybe we can have green this one. We're going to have to make a pair of glasses to lay beside him. You know how we do it. We're going to go like this. And we're going to go over there and get the hole punch. Third time's a charm. Well, where is that hole punch, guys? Obviously, it's on my desk. Can you see it? I can't see it. Oh, here's my other eraser. I can't see it. Ha! There it is. I pulled this one out. This is like one of those dollar store ones. I can chew through it better. Stack of books with glasses laying on top. Oh, we could do that. Okay, so I'm thinking, give me a sec. Because we need the arms. I've never done them with the arms. They're upside down. Yeah, I did this point in the center wrong. Okay, Belinda. That's okay, Teresa. You need to be well, hon. I have to do it again. I did the center where the bridge of the nose is. I did that totally wrong. We'll do it this way. So nose piece. Cat's eye. Gotta be cat's eye glasses. And then we got the part that's supposed to go around the ear. It's kind of curled, right? Oh, we could do a monocle. But that works. Because that would fit him almost as well. Just go a little bit higher in the nose piece. That works. That works. Now we just need a little stack of books. And they're right here. You can have a couple of books, laying down like that. Like maybe like this on top of it. Like that. And then the glasses. I like it. I don't like that purple one. It's too light. Yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it. All right. We'll start gluing. See all the goopy glue in there? I got to get that out of there. I don't know why this one leaks the way it does. Don't understand that. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to go back in also and outline everything. Well. We're going to have to bling up these glasses a little bit. Give it some polka dots or something. I guess I need one more little book there. Just a little one, like this. Hey, Malia, happy Tuesday. I just did a bookworm. I have to show you. I figured out how I'd wanted them crawling through the pages, and I kind of figured it out. Very pleased with myself, I have to admit. So he comes through the hole, and then he goes through another hole, and then goes under the spine, through there, and he ends over here. So the worms that I had to begin with were too long to just put on a page, some of them, and I wanted to weave them through the book, but then I thought I would have to do them both sides, but this works perfectly if I've got them going through holes. So, and of course I didn't have any of the pages stitched together or anything, they were just loose. So now we just decided he needed a stack of books and a pair of glasses kind of sitting on him. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. Ah, thanks, Janet. Everybody good? Didn't even ask if everybody was good today. I really need to clean this out. All right. That's excellent. Excellent, excellent. That's very awesome. I'm going to be a great grandma. I had to share. I'm very excited. Very excited. Oh, it's a little bit better. Not great, but a little bit better. Piece of paper towel. Baby, can't reach it. Too short. It is super exciting. I've needed a baby fix for a while, and I've got new next door neighbors that had a baby last summer, but it's not like I know them enough to go, give me that kid, right? I'll have much more luck saying that to these kids. Give me that baby. All right, so let's do some outlining on this. Did you get enough email addresses, Malia? Malia's girls are in Girl Guides, and they needed email addresses for something or other. I saw that, but I was on my tablet. You know, sometimes it just, you see it, you plan on doing it when you get to your computer, and you don't get it done. Oh, good. Good, good. Okay, Shannon, take care, hun. Thank you for coming and visiting. Okay, I think these glasses need like some blingy dots or something. What's this? Look, I got some silver. Welcome back, Belinda. You know what? I think I'm just going to do the whole top frame of the glasses with these blingy dots. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I just have to outline the worm all the way through, and I would be calling this done. So what I learned is hack the worm into pieces and then put black paper for the circles, and that way you don't have to use marker that is going to bleed through like the issues that I had. So I'm going to make another one, and I'm just going to chop it up and glue it down to these to black. Guys, you know what I'm saying. The black holes, that's it. Black holes. Well, you can't really see the outline, which is okay. I know it's there. It does give it that little bit more depth, I'm thinking. Wow. This gel pen doesn't like grading over Mod Podge. I know that's not really a shock, but I don't have Posca pens. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. I think that turned out cute. And it's not, it's not the on every page. It's just that one. And probably the one that I did that went through the spine probably should have outlined stuff as soon as I put it down. These are like little hints I'm going to need to remember. This one. This one. Yeah, definitely. I think that gluing holes onto the ends of the chopped up worm pieces would be a good thing. Because that way too I could get the shapes better for coming out of the holes. I think that would be a benefit. So riddle me this. How come sometimes when you run your pen along the edge of the paper, you manage to draw right along the edge of the paper? And how come sometimes it leaves a gap? Is it because I got a little bit of blue seepage? Anybody have thoughts about that? I'll have to admit, I'm very happy with the way that turned out. Even if I had trouble with the holes. worked the way I anticipated, and that's what counts. I think he needs a bit of shading under his body here. Oh yeah, that makes him punch out a fair bit. That's what he needed. Just like this. A little bit of shading. Very happy, very happy. I like it, guys. I like it. Oh, getting very carried away with that shading there because his pencil. We're going to leave it at that. All right. Well, guys, this has been another short stream, but I think that the way this turned out was great, and I think that you guys could take this idea and run with it with various things. You could have like a long, stretched out cat, an elephant's trunk. What else could we do this with? I don't know. Thanks. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day then. Hour and a half. Sorry, it's another short stream. But I'm just kind of zooming, getting stuff done. Just seems to work well lately. The tags yesterday really zoomed. Either I'm getting faster or I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys for being here. There will be no stream next Sunday. Wait. Let me count. Okay, I lied. There will be a stream on Sunday because it's the 21st. First three. Old lady. I'm a Grammy. Big hugs to you guys, each and every one of you. And I will see you on Sunday. Have a fabulous week. Big hugs. I appreciate everybody in the chat, chatting and visiting, everybody in the balcony, and anybody who watches the replay. See you Sunday. Going live at 12:45. Bye now.